Jasmine Tales and Stories for Kids.
A wise old owl. There was an old owl who lived in an oak tree. Every day he observed incidents that occurred around him. Yesterday, he watched as a young boy helped an old man carry a heavy basket. Today, he saw a young girl shouting at her mother. The more he saw, the less he spoke. As the days went on, he spoke less, but heard more. The old owl heard people talking and telling stories. He heard a woman saying an elephant jumped over a fence. He heard a man saying that he had never made a mistake. The old owl had seen and heard what happened to people. There were some who became better, some, and who become worse. But the old owl in the tree had become wiser each and every day. The morale: be more observant, talk less, and listen more. They will make us wise. The foolish monkeys. A long time ago, in wintertime, a group of monkeys was feeling very good cold. They talked to each other and decided to go to a village near their forest to sit by the warm fire. When the monkeys reached there and sat by the fire, the villagers were angry. The villagers chased them away, as they did not want monkeys in their village. The monkeys returned to the forest and decided that they would make their fire like the villagers. The monkeys collected wood and put on it red berries. They thought the red berries were coal and would make the fire. But there was no fire, and they were puzzled. The birds and the tree had a hearty laugh at the foolish monkeys. The monkeys were ashamed of their foolishness. Morale: gather complete knowledge of everything. Little Squirrel. Once upon a time, in the heart of a lush green forest, there lived a curious little squirrel named Sammy. Sammy had a fluffy tail and bright twinkling eyes that always sparkled with mischief. One sunny morning, as Sammy was scampering through the trees, he stumbled upon a mysterious object lying on the forest floor. It was a shiny, golden key, glinting in the sunlight. Sammy's eyes widened with excitement. What could this be for? He wondered aloud. Determined to solve the mystery, Sammy embarked on an adventure through the forest, clutching the key tightly in his paw. Along the way, he met his friends: Benny the bunny, Lily the deer, and Freddy the fox. Sammy shared his discovery with them, and together they decided to search for the lock that the key might open. Through thickets and over babbling brooks, they journeyed, following Sammy's lead. They encountered obstacles, a rushing river, a towering cliff, but with teamwork and determination, they overcame each challenge. Finally, they arrived at a majestic old oak tree, its trunk adorned with intricate carvings. At the base of the tree was a small, ornate door, hidden beneath a carpet of moss. Sammy's heart raced as he inserted the key into the lock. With a satisfying click, the door swung open, revealing a dazzling treasure trove of acorns, nuts, and berries. The friends cheered in delight, their eyes wide with wonder. They had discovered the secret stash of the forest's guardian, an ancient squirrel who had long since passed away. As they feasted on the delicious treats, they knew that their bond had grown stronger through their shared adventure. From that day on, Sammy and his friends continued to explore the forest together, knowing that no challenge was too great as long as they faced it as a team. And whenever they looked at the shiny golden key, they were reminded of the magical day they had shared, a day they would never forget. And so, with hearts full of joy and friendship, they lived happily ever after in the enchanted forest. Maya and the magical world. Once upon a time, In a colourful village nestled between rolling hills and a glistening river, there lived a little girl named Maya. Maya had a smile that could brighten the gloomiest day and a heart full of curiosity that led her on many adventures. One sunny morning, as Maya skipped along the cobblestone path, she spotted something unusual near the edge of the forest. A tiny sparkling door nestled among the roots of an ancient oak tree. Intrigued, Maya tiptoed closer, her eyes wide with wonder. Who could live behind such a magical door? She wondered aloud. With a giggle and a determined gleam in her eye, Maya pushed the door open and stepped into a world unlike any she had ever seen. It was a realm of enchantment, where colourful butterflies flitted about and friendly woodland creatures danced among the flowers. As Maya explored further, she stumbled upon a cosy cottage nestled beneath the branches of a towering willow tree. Outside the cottage door stood a small sign that read, "Home of the Fairy Folk." With a gentle knock, Maya announced her presence, and to her amazement, the door swung open to reveal a group of tiny winged creatures with sparkling eyes and tinkling laughter. "Welcome, dear child," exclaimed the Fairy Queen, her voice as melodious as a babbling brook. "What brings you to our humble abode?" Maya smiled warmly and shared her story with the fairy folk. The magical door, her sense of adventure, and her love for exploring the unknown. The fairy folk were delighted by Maya's bravery and spirit of adventure. They invited her to join them for a grand feast beneath the stars, where they danced and sang until the moon rose high in the sky. As the night wore on, Maya's eyelids grew heavy, and she yawned with contentment. The Fairy Queen tucked her into a bed of soft petals, promising that she would always be welcome in their enchanted realm. With a heart full of joy and wonder, Maya drifted off to sleep, knowing that she had found not only a magical world beyond the tiny door, but also friends who would forever hold a special place in her heart. And so, as the stars twinkled overhead and the river murmured its lullaby, Maya dreamed of the adventures that awaited her in the land of the fairy folk, a land where imagination knows no bounds and the spirit of adventure is always alive. Wishing you good night and sweetest dream.